Question 7. Given a quadratic function, this one, where k is a constant, is always negative for this range. Find the values of p and q. Right. So let's look at this function first. Let's rearrange it. So this is negative x squared minus k plus 3x plus 3 minus 4k. Right. We rearrange this so that it's easy to look at our a, b and c. So let's write it down. Our a is negative 1. Our b is this whole thing. And our c will be 3 minus 4k. Right. So they say this graph is always negative. So let's try to imagine what this graph will look like first. Okay. Since the a is negative 1, our graph is going to be a sad face. Okay. And then they say the graph is always negative means the graph has to be under the x-axis. Because if the graph is above the x-axis, there will be this part where the graph is positive, and these parts the graph will be negative. If it's right on the x-axis, there will be one point where the graph is neither positive nor negative. So if the graph, they say, is always negative, it has to be fully under the x-axis. Okay, because this is our y-axis. Above this, all positive lah. Down is all negative. So if the graph is like this, where it doesn't touch the x-axis, the equation would be b square minus 4ac lesser than 0. Because there is no real roots. If it touches the line, this one will be equal to 0. If it's like this, where it has two real roots, it will be more than 0. Okay, so in this case, this one is less than 0. Right. Then we just have to put our values lah. So b square would be negative k plus 3 square minus 4 ac less than 0. So we have to solve this. Okay, we might need more space, so I'm going to move this here. Right, let's solve this. So if negative square will become positive, so no need to look at that. So let's just square k plus 3. K square will be k square. And then 2 times k times 3 is 6k. And then 3 square is 9. And then here, negative 4 times negative 1 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. This will be 4. 4 times negative 4, negative 16k. Right, then we simplify. So k square, 6k minus 16k is negative 10k. 9 plus 12 will be 21. Less than 0. Here we have a quadratic inequality. So first we try to factorize. This will be k. Okay, you can use your calculator. A is 1, B is negative 10, C is 21. So we get k minus 3 and k minus 7. Right. Now we have to draw a smiley face. Okay, remember this one is just to solve the quadratic inequality. It has nothing to do with the question. Okay, so even though the question is like this and like that and whatever, to solve the quadratic inequality, we must always draw the same type of graph. Then you label your roots. So the roots are 3 and 7. Okay. So here it says lesser than 0. So this is 0. Lesser than 0 means we must shade here. Therefore, k is between 3 and 7. Okay, these are the range of values of k. And they gave us the range of values of k are p and q. So this will be p and this will be q. So we can say p is 3, q is 7. Okay, we just compare. That's it. This will be our answer.